Rounding of numbers, tie-break rules. If the final figure in the truncated results is 5, as in 99.65%, there is a statistically equal chance that the number preceding the 5 could be either 6 or 7. In such a case, it is necessary to establish a tie-break rule. There are a number of such rules, including rounding up, where the number preceding the last number is always rounded up to give 99.7% in the above example. Rounding down, where the final number is discarded to give 99.6% in the above example. Rounding to even, if the number preceding the last number is even, then the last figure is discarded. Thus, 99.65% would be rounded to 99.6%. However, if the number preceding the final number is odd, it is increased by 1. Thus, 99.75% would be rounded to 99.8%. Which tie-break rule is selected will depend on the needs of the analysis, client, or the laboratory. The United States Pharmacopoeia mandates that the first rule, rounding up, is applied. However, the third rule, rounding to even, is used by most computer programs and is the default rounding mode in the Institute of Electric and Electronic Engineers, IEEE, Standard 754, Computing Functions and Operators. Documentation of laboratory testing. All laboratory testing should be documented at the time it is performed in controlled, hardback, pre-paginated laboratory notebooks. Laboratory testing should be documented in such a way that it can be read and understood by a trained but uninformed reader without the need to refer to the originator. The principles of good documentation practice, as presented in the course Good Documentation Practices for the Life Sciences, should be followed when documenting laboratory analysis. Each notebook page should contain the date the work started and the signature of the person performing the work and the date when the work was complete. The specific information to be included while writing up laboratory work will vary slightly between laboratories depending on their respective quality management systems, but generally will include the following. 1. Title. 2. Project reference. 3. Aim. A clear statement of the aim of the work. 4. Method number. 5. Sample information include sample reference number, batch number, stock number, strengths, stability storage conditions, and stability time point. 6. List of reagents to include all relative information as per your laboratory's SOP. 7. List of instrumentation used and calibration due date. 8. Preparation of solvents. 9. Preparation of mobile phase. Provide full information. 10. Preparation of standard solutions. Provide full information. 11. Chromatographic conditions. 12. System suitability. 13. Standard recovery or correlation. 14. Sample preparation. Provide full information. 15. Calculations. Provide a clear statement of the calculations used to obtain the final results from the instrument output. 16. Example calculation. Compare with data output. 17. List of results. 18. Conclusion. 19. List of electronic files with storage location. And 20. List of data printouts with storage location. Any attachments to a page should be firmly attached to the page, initialed and dated across the attachment and the page. The attachment should be annotated with a reference to the notebook and page. Any ancillary data and electronic files, such as chromatographic printouts, should be signed and dated by the analyst who performed the work and cross-referenced to the notebook. The records of each analysis, including the notebook, any ancillary data, and electronic files, should be carefully reviewed for correctness, completeness, and compliance with all laboratory requirements by the laboratory supervisor, who should sign and date each page of the notebook and any ancillary data and electronic files to document this review. This will be discussed in more detail in the next section of the course. Now it's time to take the final assessment. This assessment will consist of 10 multiple-choice questions. You will have 3 attempts to pass this assessment. To pass this assessment, you will need a score of 80% or above. A certificate of successful completion will be issued if you pass the assessment. Best of luck and keep learning.